How's it going, everybody? This is NR2003 back with another video here. A little bit of a different style video today. Just going to do a quick tutorial for some of you who play NASCAR Racing 2003, like myself, on how to just modernize your game a little bit using the Better Cautions mod. So if you haven't heard of Better Cautions, what it is, it's a simple EXE made by Tyler Mallon that basically allows the game to institute some of the more modern rules that are in current day NASCAR. So double file restarts, green white checkers, lap cars going to the rear of the field, that kind of thing. No more racing back to the caution either. So it's just a small little tool. Easiest way to download it will be going to this website here. So just search up Dr. Noise Paints NR2003. Just kind of a hub website. It has a bunch of mods, tracks, all kinds of things on here. So you'll go to this website and you're going to want to go to the utilities section. Really easy to find. So we'll scroll down here and here it is. So Better Cautions. So all you want to do is just click this. It'll download. Now there's a good chance that when you do download this, it's going to get flagged by your computer. So 9 times out of 10, your antivirus software is going to pick this up as a virus and it's going to block the file. I can confirm to somebody who's used it and everybody else who's used this file, it is not a virus. It is safe to use. So you can just go ahead and have your antivirus bypass this file so that you can use it properly. So I already have this installed, so I'm just going to delete this. But this is where you get the actual file itself from. I've seen a lot of people in the NR2003 subreddit that are always asking for this file, asking for people to send them the file. It's right here on this website. This is definitely the easiest way to access it. That way you don't have to rely on somebody else sending you the file. So we'll close out of this and we'll show you here. So this is what the logo looks like, just a little yellow flag. I have it up with all my other utilities here, so auto stages, that kind of thing. So what you're going to want to go to next is we'll open the File Explorer, and you're going to go to your NR2003 folder, and you'll find your different EXEs. So I have 3 different EXE files. So this one here, the NASCAR Racing 2003 Extremes, that's basically the standard NR2003 physics set, just a couple slight modifications. This one here is the 2023 Super Speedway package, and then this one right here is the standard 670 package for the 2023 physics set. So what you have to do is, in order for Better Cautions to work properly, you need to have whatever EXE file you're using named nr2003.exe, like this one right here. So this is the EXE I've been using because I've been running non-plate tracks with the next gen car. So it has to be named exactly like this. Otherwise, Better Cautions will not work properly. So I'm going to show you an example here. So we're going to go into, let me just make sure my volume settings are okay here. I'll bring this down a bit. So we'll open this one up, for example. So we'll open this. You'll go to your main menu. The other thing too, the game has to be in windowed mode. You cannot run this with the full screen mode. Otherwise, it's just going to crash every single time. NR2003 is, since it's an older game, it's pretty finicky. It does not like to be closed when it's in full screen mode. It will crash 95% of the time. So you have to run it in the windowed mode. So we've got our game open. Now let's try to open this up and you'll see what'll happen. So it'll ask me for permission and it'll flash open and immediately close. So that's what happens if your EXE is not named correctly. It'll just close itself immediately every single time. So you have to make sure that your EXE is named correctly. So now we're going to go back. And this is the Cup 2023. So this is the one that has the correct naming scheme. So we're going to open this up, close that, and we'll try it again here. And now it stays open. So you can just move this to wherever you want it on the screen. So we'll put it down there. I like to put it in the bottom right. So another suggestion I have would be, I would say if you're going to open that, if you're going to open the file, do it when you're in the main menus. I've found that a lot of the time, if you try to open Better Cautions while you're already in the race, like in the pause menu, during any on-track session, it will crash the game. So do it in the menus when there's less at stake. That way, you're not in the middle of a race and you decide, oh, I want to open Better Cautions, and it crashes your game. So just do it in the main menus, play it safe. So what I'm going to do here, I'm just going to give you a little demo on how to work everything. So we'll go to a short track like Bristol, just so the laps aren't too long. And I'm going to drop the field size down just so there's a little bit less calamity. So 19 cars, so we'll go start the session here, and I'll show you how to activate everything. So just wait for this to load up. Just skip straight to the race. So here we are on track.
Start your engines.
So I'm just going to pause the game here for a second. So if we go back to our Better Cautions mod, I'll show you the things that you can check off immediately if you want them. So double file restarts, you can check that right away. Send lap cars to the back, that can be checked off immediately. Disable collisions under caution, you could also check that off immediately if you want it. I'm going to leave it unchecked. But so you can check all this stuff off right at the start of the race, just so you know it's on. Do not check the green-white checkered box until you have completed at least one lap of the race. If you do check it before, it will shorten the race distance down to only 2 laps. So if we look at my screen here, you'll see it's a 25 lap race. What would happen if I checked the green-white checkered box off right now is when we hit the start-finish line, the race distance would change from 25 laps down to 2. So make sure that the leaders have completed a full lap. So what we'll do here, we'll start this race up, and we'll wait for the leader to get around, and I'll give you a brief demonstration of this. So we'll come around here. So they have hit the line, and we can pause, close the game out, and now you have green-white checkers. So we'll go back in the game here. And since this is only a 25 lap race, I think I'll run it out for you guys here just to show you how everything works, show you everything in action here. So we'll kind of just ride around for a bit, and I guess just kind of shoot the shit for a while here. This is why I picked Bristol, because it's a shorter track, so the laps aren't going to take nearly as long. But this is definitely a good tool to use. It works pretty well the majority of the time. One suggestion I would give, especially on tracks like Bristol or like Martinsville, where the AI already have a lot of trouble under the cautions, because like Bristol and Martinsville, I always have a ton of problems with the AI piling into each other under yellow, and giving each other damage and causing unnecessary DNFs. Places like this, I would definitely recommend turning off the collisions under caution. It's going to save you a bunch of headaches with cars running into you, running into each other. So yeah, I would definitely recommend disabling collisions, especially with double file restarts. And if you do decide to disable the race back to the line, it creates a lot more opportunities for the AI to run into each other. So just having that turned on, it saves a lot of headaches with crashes under yellow. It's going to preserve the AI cars a little bit more, so you're not going to have a bunch of cars dropping out because they ran into each other under caution. So that's what I would recommend. Bigger tracks like Mile and a Half, Daytona, Talladega, places like that, you should be safe to leave it off. But the smaller, more chaotic tracks, I would say you're probably gonna want to turn that on. So we'll take a look at how many laps we have here. 17 to go. It's not going by as quickly as I thought. So yeah, basically what I'll do here is we'll get to like 3 laps to go or something, and then I'll just cause a wreck, and I'll show you how everything works here. I guess I could actually start passing people, so I'm not starting in the rear. I guess one other thing I can point out here is if you want to be able to use the next gen car with 5 gears and a more accurate physics set, check out Sellers Gaming. As I wreck myself there, yeah, check out Sellers Gaming. So he made the physics set for these cars. So basically, what it does is just makes the cars feel more accurate to the way they currently drive. So just a lot more grip. Also, all the default fast setups that you run in the game now, they have 0 grill tape, which I thought was kind of a neat detail since the next gen car doesn't run grill tape in real life. And obviously, it adds the 5th gear as well to the car. So yeah, really cool. If you want to run a more realistic version of the next gen, I would definitely recommend checking it out. I've been having a blast with it for quite a few months now. The only thing I will say is that in order to make it work, you have to convert the mod to run on the CTS physics or the truck physics, which isn't too hard, but it does. It is a little bit of a process, so that's just one thing to note. If you want to use the updated physics set, I'll link the page that has all this stuff in the description, so I'll link the physics set and all the setups and everything. So I think we only got about 10 laps to go now. I'm not nearly as quick as I thought I was going to be. I feel like I maybe wrecked some of the speed out of my car there. But yeah, hopefully get around to about like 4 laps to go maybe, and I'll show you how this will work here. I think maybe also just for an example, just to kind of show everything, maybe I'll enable or I'll disable race back to the caution flags so we can just kind of see what the AI do. Just to kind of show everything off here so you know kind of what everything does. Check how many laps left. Oh, we only got 6 to go. Okay, yeah, so I'm just going to pause for a second. So we'll go back, disable that. And let's do that too. The collisions under caution can be a little bit finicky sometimes, so I don't know. Sometimes it takes effect not when you're not under caution, so I'm just going to go up to Eric Almirola here and I'll try running into him to see if it is enabled right now. It shouldn't be. When you enable it under green, it seems to work fine. Okay, yeah, so he's still, the car's still solid. So now what we'll do here is I'm gonna pull up on him and I'm just gonna turn him, bring the caution out. Oh, okay, that didn't work. So we'll come back here. Gonna have to take another swipe. Running out of laps, so I gotta make sure I get him this time. There we go. So there's the caution. Ended up wrecking myself, but it's okay, because this doesn't matter, so. So we get ourselves turned around here. Definitely don't want to go lap down. That's the only thing we don't want, so. So there you go. Now you can see, if you look at my information down here in the bottom left-hand side of the screen, you'll see the race length has gone up. So we're at 26 laps now. And that's just going to keep continuing to increase until whenever the race goes back green. So we'll take a look here. I just want to see if... Okay, there we go. So now you can see we're under caution now. I now cannot collide with anyone. So I can just drive through Bubba Wallace's car. And the AI will still behave correctly, like they will still try to avoid each other. They're not going to start just driving through each other because the cars are transparent now. They're still going to act like the other cars around them exist. Um, just if they get into like a stupid situation where everybody's stacking up, because the AI tend to have a lot of trouble with that. If there's a big stack up, um, they start piling into each other, they'll just all go through each other as opposed to destroying each other. So we'll close this down here. I'm just coming down pit road to fix the damage I have, so we'll bring it around here. I don't know. I really don't know what's going on there. This is what I meant here with why I like to turn the collisions off on short tracks as I miss my pit box. Oh, I'm going to get put a lap down here. Well, we're going to have to come back around. Yeah, that's why I like to disable collisions, because you can see it there, like, the AI were all out of position. And it just presents a lot of opportunities for them to get more damage, so we'll rip back around here, come in the pits, fix our damage. And then we'll show off the double file restarts, show off the overtime, and then that should be everything here. So bring it back down pit road. Try not to miss my pit box this time. Hopefully they don't go green this lap, because I don't think I'm going to be able to catch up. Come around here. Oh, yeah, of course they're going green, so we're going to have to extend that. So if you want to do that, if you want to extend the caution period, so like obviously they're just starting the tire change now. I'm never going to be able to catch up. Just do this. So hit throw caution. When you rejoin, lights are back on, so they've waved it off. So that'll add 1 lap to the caution period. You can also do this at the start of the race too. If you're doing a full pace lap and you want a little bit more realism and you want to run an extra pace lap, just hit that button before the pace car pulls in and you can do an extra lap. Alright, so fixed our car up. Oh, that was weird. That threw me for a loop there. The light at the end of pit lane was red. Didn't get a penalty for it though. I feel like that can't be right. Alright, so we'll come back around here and show you how they form up for the double file restarts here. So it doesn't happen immediately right at the start finish line like it would in real life. It's usually about like 3/4 of the way through lap. So when we get to the back stretch here, they should all start forming up. Yeah, there they go. So we're going to be on the top side. And we'll take a look at our lap counter here. 31 laps, so we've added an extra 6 laps to this race already. So here we go, come to the green flag, and we are back underway. There's your double file restart. And we'll come around here and just show you to make sure everything works properly. So come around, white flags out, just like normal, just like the base game. So there's your white flag. Actually, let's try to cause a wreck here. Ah, it's too late. I was going to try to cause a wreck to show the field freezing at the caution, but it's a little bit too late for that. Let's just run into everybody. And that's essentially it. That's that is how you use better cautions. So we'll just jump out of this here. But yeah, it's definitely a really cool little utility to use. Go back here. So much better than the single file restarts that the game comes with. Like that just, I don't know. That's just really cool to me. I never thought I'd see that in NR2003. So we'll close out of this because we are done here. And yeah, that's basically everything. So hopefully this was helpful if you were kind of struggling to figure out how to use this program. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below and I'll try to answer them. I'll link all the websites and everything for the physics and the actual utility itself. So yeah, hopefully this helped you out a little bit, and I'll see you in the next video.